Hey guys, it's Wednesday evening, about 7 o'clock ish. It rained most of the day till about 3:30, 4 o'clock, I guess. So no, I just worked on the Fargo pretty much all day. Uh, but it stopped raining, and after supper, I came out and I finished cleaning up the inside of the 56. I just wanted to be able to see what I've got. I can't see the floor. There was this much stuff on it. It was 2 inches deep. So shoveled it all out and shop vacuumed it and everything else. And the seats, everything's out of there, out of the trunk. So I'll show you that in a minute, what she looks like. I was also shopping for parts last night, and like body parts and stuff. A full floor pan for one of these cars here in Canada to my door, with exchange and shipping and everything else, would be about $3,000. That's crazy. I'll tell you what the plan for this car is after I show you what she looks like. So I don't really need a full floor pan anyway. You'll see what I mean. But rockers, probably floor supports. I'm thinking the floor rotted out from the inside out, because underneath everything is smooth. But all the scale was on the inside. There was no glass in this car when it first got here, so the guy threw a windshield and a back window in the car for me, or the truck driver brought it, or whatever. So I just put them in place and taped them up, just so they don't get broken. Windshields laying around get broken. That's the way it is. So yeah, how many years did it sit in the field with no windows in it? I don't know. So there was like a pad, like the kind of pad they used to put in underneath the floor mats for sound and heat, insulation, whatever. Well, that just disintegrated. That was soaked, and that's what rotted out the floor, I'm pretty sure. So it is what it is. Anyway, $3,000 for a floor pan. I started thinking, I want to do this thing on a budget. So I priced out a cheap bead roller, because I've got a ton of metal, sheet metal. All that shelving I got from a closing up hardware store. It's 16 gauge steel. So Princess Auto has a Princess Auto up here in Canada is very similar to down in the States. You guys have hobo freight, as they call it, harbor freight. Well, Princess is about the same kind of thing. They have a bead roller on there for $279. It's 18 3/4 inch. It's got 6 attachments, different beads. It can do flange. I read reviews on it. Everybody likes the machine. It's just that it's too flimsy and needs to be reinforced, mounted onto something heavier as far as steel goes. So that's easy enough to do. And for $280, I can make all the floor pans I want. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. I'll show you the rockers and stuff when we're out there, but all this stuff is pretty simple. Pretty sure I can make just about everything. So going to be a bunch of fabrication on this one, just to try and keep the cost down, you know what I mean? So yeah, we'll go and take a look, see what we got. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it still needs some loving, let's put it that way. So we'll go take a look. Let's go see what we got. So look, I was using my dustpan here as like a shovel, and I filled 3 boxes just of this kind of shit, almost sawdust, scale, rust, little crap, mats and stuff like that. A whole bucket full. I've got another pile on the other side of the car. Half the garbage can is full of trash, and there's a pile of mats and stuff like that. So that's all garbage. Bunch of parts. But anyway, so inside the car, here's the trunk. Not bad. I mean, this whole area is really good. It's really this one spot. There was something wet here. Just ate away at it. And then, of course, the spare tire well, they're always gone. And then we got this area in here that's also almost always gone. So, yeah, we got to fix all that up. Even this piece here between the bumper and the trunk lid, the filler, that piece is always rotten too. That one I may buy a patch panel for. Can't be that much money. But anyway, So that's a trunk lid. Pretty wild color, man. But yeah, overall, the trunk is not bad. So way better than I thought it was going to be. And then back here, like it's got its areas, right? But I jammed at it with a screwdriver in various spots, and a lot of it could be saved. Um, a good chunk of it will be cut out. However, anything that's soft, I'm going to take it out. The area under the seat overall is not too bad, but at the edge of it here, that's gone completely. So I fixed way worse. Let's put it that way. So anyway, yeah, we got holes and stuff, ventilation all over the place, but it can't be fixed. This front pan here just disintegrated. It's pretty much gone. Up into the toe boards as well. You know, this whole area here. That side there is not too bad. The floor pan and the toe boards. But there's a few areas that are soft that'll have to be changed. So with a bead roller, I can make up any of these panels I want. And you can see the braces are done, so I'll need new braces for sure. Those I'll probably buy. But yeah, so overall, way better than I thought it was going to be, really. So I'm kind of happy with that. So anyhow, there we go. So I guess now what I'll do is I'll give you the plan that I have for this car, what I want to do. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so here's the plan. I'm going to build an old school on a tight budget, as cheap as possible, bare bones, basic hot rod, and going to try and keep the cost down as much as I can. Start with what I have for the car. I've got the car itself. I've got all the trim for around the windshield and the back window. I've got 1.5 sets of stainless for it, all the side trim and all that stuff. I've got 2 almost mint doors, plus a spare set of doors that are rough but have trim on them. I have, excuse me, another front clip that's in really good shape, good hood, good fenders, and a decent grill. I also have a 454 Turbo 400 combo that I have no money into. It was free. I got a 71 El Camino with an extra motor, and when I sold the car, I kept the extra motor. It was supposed to be a good one. So, you know, no money going out on that unless I want to dress it up and do all that kind of stuff. But I might be just a paint job and some valve covers or something. I don't know. We'll see how it runs. So the plan is to patch up the floor, get the 2-door conversion done, kind of get the body sort of half-assed looking decent-ish, get the front clip off, yank out the small block that's in there, drop the 454 in, get it running so I can hear what it sounds like, in case it does need a rebuild or whatever. Hope not. I don't want to have to spend the money if I don't have to. I've got a set of bucket seats for the front. The back I'm not even going to worry about right now. Might just throw carpet back there and that's it. Driver. Yeah, so wheels and tires. I have tires, 4 brand new tires, and I have a full set of chrome reverse rims, similar to the kind of look that was Bob Felfa's 55 Chevy and American Graffiti. I know his was a 55 and this is a 56. I'm not going to try and copy it, but that sort of style, you know, basic, maybe painted black, maybe just run it in primer. I don't know. Just want to keep the cost down. I'm hoping to get this thing on the, well, running and driving for like 10 grand. But we'll see. I don't know. It's going to be tough. The 2 doors I paid $600 for, delivered all in from out west, and the front clip I paid $500 for, went down south and picked it up, and the car itself I got $1,100 into it, delivered, so all in. So I've got 22 into it so far, 2,200 bucks. And I've got a ton of work I can do that I have all the material here for. I'm not going to count the bead roller because I'll still have the tool and I can do other stuff with it down the road, you know? So, yeah, I'm not going to count that. And of course, you know, you can't really count your own hours on your own project. So that's a volunteer thing, I guess. I don't know. But the actual cash outlay is what I'm hoping to keep it around 10 grand. So that's the plan. And we're going to get started on the actual conversion soon. This side here I could do. I had one guy comment last night about doing the two-door conversion. He was talking about making sure your rockers are decent. Well, the rocker on the side is pretty good, actually. It's a little soft in spots. It just needs to be patched up. Even the inner is all there. The floor needs a little bit of loving. Now, the two-door sedan doors are about 6 inches longer, so they'll come out to about here. I'll make sure that's all good and strong before I cut out this post and move it back. So we're going to do this side first. The other side, the rocker's pretty shot. It's a pretty simple rocker. It's almost flat. Maybe a slight curve to it. So I can fabricate at least a chunk of it, maybe up to where the door sits, and that way I have all new metal to weld my post to. Yeah, I'm gonna go that way. The rest of the car is all pretty much here, and it's not too bad. I mean, there was some bodywork that's flaking off over there, but it doesn't look like it's, you know, it's not rusted through or anything. So yeah, the roof is in really good shape. I've got glass, all the glass. This side here too is pretty good, banged in here. But this rocker here is really tough. It's pretty much gone back there. Front clip, I got the other one, so I'm not worried about it. And having these pieces here, I have a bunch of trim here again. Those two pieces there is gold. So, because I do have a little bit of patching to do on my other clip, just around the edge here. So having those pieces as donors is awesome. There's my two doors. These things are really nice. And they're loaded, they're complete. They got the glass and the regulators and everything in them. And I've got those two rough doors over there with trim on it. So I think we're sitting pretty good. So that's the plan. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And I'm going to clean up the yard here. And then maybe tomorrow we'll start hacking away on this side. Maybe even get the door on and the post moved over. I'm not going to buy quarters for this. I'm going to use the skin from the back door to patch the hole after I get the door swinging. So that's the plan. All right, it's Thursday afternoon, about 3:30. I was on this thing till about 2, and then I started getting on to 56. Show you what I've done there. But I think I'm going to move back inside the garage here for a little bit because it is hotter than Shania Twain in the 90s out there. And I'm sweating my ass off. So maybe after supper I'll get back out there and finish up some stuff. I'll show you what I've done so far. And yeah, the direction I'm kind of going here. So here we go. Okay, so I've removed the back door. And or the rear door, I should say. Fargo one's almost done, so I'm going to put this up on the sawhorses and disassemble it all. I got to make my patch out of this, so I need to remove all the trim, the handles, all that stuff. I'm going to be using this piece along the top here, and I'm going to be using this piece here. Not going to be using this piece, but I'm going to be using the whole thing down here, and we're going to be cutting, I believe it's 6 3/4 of an inch off of this. We're going to separate the skin from the inner door. So yeah, I got to totally dismantle that and prep to get my patch made up for when I move the post. So You can see the bottom here. I cut out all the rusty crap. Now this piece here is going to be changed, and this piece here is going to be one piece with the patch panel that I put it in. So that's coming out. This is coming out, and then we can build the bottom and the back, the inner part, from underneath after. No big deal. Same as that over here. But she's pretty rough, you know. Cleaned up all right. This part here, right here, is fairly strong. It's pretty good. So I'm thinking I'm just going to bridge right over with fresh metal and tie into the floor this edge here. It's pretty solid as well. I jammed it with a screwdriver. Before I do any of that, I'm going to hit this all with rust converter, a couple of coats anyway, and help it seal it up a little bit anyway. But then once I get the sheet metal down on here, I might even cut out a section of this top piece right here, because this goes right underneath. Put my sheet metal right across, and then this whole piece here, bottom of the post, will just sit right on top. Yeah, I'm going to clean this up a little bit, give it a shot of rust converter, figure out a patch. I might just go from here right across and down, tie in here, and then I'm going to cut this out before I put the patch in. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm going to just give this a couple of shots of rust converter, then I'm going to move back inside and start disassembling the rear door. This thing, oh yeah, it was a stubborn bitch. Get out of it. I had to drill out these. They're all Phillips heads, and there was no way they were moving. And the bottom one, well, I ended up just cutting the hinge. So the hell with it. Just wanted to get it off of there. I was sweating and cursing and blah blah blah. So that's where I'm at. All right, so I took everything off the door that I want. I'm going to hack this thing all to hell. I might want to keep this little curve here. So I just put a piece of tape. I'm going to cut this all the way down. That'll separate the skin on this side. I need this whole piece. I need this whole piece. I'm going to cut it off here. And I'm going to cut it off there. And yeah, get the skin, this piece, and this piece at the top. So, guess I'll just cut it off. Show you what it looks like when I got her done. You don't want to watch me cut for 20 minutes, do you? Jesus, look at the carnage for one freaking door, man. Unreal. Anyway, got my pieces. There's my patch panel, ready to go, ready to trim and put in place. And I'll cut whatever I need off of this. So now I'm ready to patch up the rocker area. I'm going to use this. This is one of the pieces of shelving. But I think I'm going to cut on either side of the brace, just leave it in there for extra strength. This is probably just spot welded in there. But I'll leave it in, give me some extra strength, and you know, why not? There's plenty of room for it. So I'm going to take some measurements. I'll cut this up and see if we can get that welded in place. Then I'll be ready to cut my my pillar out. So moving right along. All right, so I got a piece to cover. There we go. So we weld that in place. Then I'll reinforce some of this up here. And got a little bit more rust repair to do here. I'll do this before I put my skin on. But I can still go ahead and do my post. But yeah, I'm going to weld that in. I'll finish reinforcing all this. I got a ton of work to do. There's a lot of hacking on this. I also got to take the garnish molding off of this window, cut this out as well. So there's still a whole bunch of hacking to do yet, but we've got a good start. In the next video, we should be able to move that door or take that door off, put the two-door sedan door on, and move that pillar. Also, the the door is straight up. It doesn't have this funky little kick right here. So this has to be cut all the way up as well, trimmed down. Probably easier to do that with the post off or out of the car. Yeah, much easier for sure. So we're just going to cut right across here. This little piece here will probably be removed altogether, and I'll put my new piece in from the top of the other door. So yeah, we should be all right. Cool. Getting there. Man, I didn't realize how much freaking cutting there was going to be. Yeah, fun. Then I get to do it all over again on the other side. And it's even worse than this side, so oh well. All right, so there you go. Hack away, hack away. Numbers don't lie. People obviously are into try 5 stuff. I've never gotten 4,000 views in one day on a video until the last one. 40 new subscribers, unheard of, never had it happen before. Thank you all very, very much. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully those kind of numbers continue, and we can grow the channel. So yeah, I got a ton of welding and fitting and patching and blah blah blah. I haven't got my bead roller yet. I'm going to pick it up next week, but that's a ways down the road anyway. That's floor patch stuff. I can go ahead and get the rockers on both sides started anyway. The underside or the inner rocker I'll have to get with the car up in the air. No biggie. Yeah, so we're getting there. You know, some guys make this look really easy. There's a lot to it. A lot of hacking, a lot of cutting, a lot of fitting, and I can see where all the finishing after is going to be. It's going to take some time. You know, where I cut out the pillar, that's going to have to be patched up at the top and bottom. Where I cut out the little quarter window at the back, that's going to have to be patched up. So yeah, there's a lot of finishing involved, and then lining up the molded pieces at the top of the door. You know, make it all nice and straight. So there's a lot of dicking around to do when you're doing one of these, but I'll cover it all and show you how I did it. Some people are going to scream at me, say, no, you're doing it all wrong. Whatever. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. That's how you learn, folks. Just do it. And see what happens, right? With grinders and welders, you can make anything look right in the end. So it's just a matter of taking your time, think about what you're doing, and try and plan ahead a little bit. You know, it is steel. You can always add steel. It's not like woodworking where you cut a piece too short while you throw it away because it's no good. Steel's not like that. And there's a lot of material on these two doors from the left side of the car that if you screw up, you can always pull a piece off, cut it out of the other door. You know, I was watching one guy, he has done a few of these, and he was telling me that he, you know, grabbed those doors, the 4-door doors, put them up for sale, he said he couldn't give them away. So might as well use them up and cut them up and use the panels that you need, pieces that you need, because the rest is junk anyway. So if you like the content, please subscribe. Smash the like button, give it the old thumbs up. Don't be shy, leave comments. I love reading the comments, and I try and respond to all of them. If I miss you, sorry, it's because I just had too many or whatever. And you can support the channel. You know how, it's just to the right of the share button below your screen. Click on that, go up to where it says thanks, and you can buy Dan a coffee. And yeah, any support I get truly be appreciated. And if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage, build something, man. Later, guys.